formula. Write down the first formula. Force per unit length. How to calculate force per unit length? Generally, force should be denoted with F and length should be denoted with L. F by L is equal to mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi r. Here I1 and I2 are currents. Mu naught is the absolute permeability or permeability in free space. R is the distance, separated distance from the origin to the magnetic field induction. Second point, how do you measure what is the resistance of shunt resistance? What is meant by shunt? A small resistor is connected parallel to the galvanometer is called shunt. How do you calculate the shunt resistance? Shunt resistance, to find shunt resistance, S is equal to G by N minus 1, or G by N is nothing but ratio of current, total current to current across the galvanometer. That is nothing but G by I by Ig minus 1. This is the second formula. Next, write down the third formula. How do you find the magnetic field? Magnetic field at a point on axis. Magnetic field at a point on axis. Point on axis. So the magnetic field B is equal to, what is the formula? Note down the formula. Mu naught Ni R square. R square by 2 into R square plus X square whole to the power of 3 by 2. Here, mu naught is the absolute permeability or permeability in free space. N is number of turns. I is current. R is the distance from origin to the point where we have to find the magnetic field. So again, X is a distance of point charge. So B is magnetic field induction. So this is the third formula. Note down the fourth formula to solve the problems. How do you find it? Force acting, yes, force per unit length or force acting on the conductor. Magnitude of magnetic force per unit length on a wire. Magnitude of force per unit length. Magnitude of force or force per unit length. Force F is equal to ILB sin theta. Here I is current, L is the length of the conductor, B is magnetic field induction, so S is theta is the angle. Okay, this is the fourth formula. Write down the next fifth formula. For two parallel conductors. Two parallel conductors, to find magnitude of force. Magnitude of force F is equal to mu naught by 4 pi 2 I1 I2 by R. Here also I1 and I2 are the currents, R is the distance, mu naught is the permeability or absolute permeability. So these are the important formulas today. Force per unit length, mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi R. So shunt resistance, to find shunt resistance, V is the galvanometer resistance, N is the ratio of total current to current passes through the galvanometer. It is a ratio. N is nothing but I by Ig minus 1. So magnetic field at a point on axis, at a distance from the axis, B is equal to mu naught Ni R square by 2 into R square plus X square whole to the power of 3 by 2. Next, magnitude of force F is equal to ILB sin theta. When they are given current I, length of the conductor, magnetic field, induction, and sine angle between them. Okay. Next, for two parallel conductors, magnitude of force F is equal to mu naught by 4 pi, two conductors, 2 I1 I2 by R. By using these formulas, today we can solve some of the problems on the basis of these formulas. Okay, note down the formulas. So the first problem, note down the first problem. A current of 10 amp note down the problem. A current of 10 amp passes through two very long wires. Two very long wires held parallel to each other. Held parallel, that means they are parallel to each other. And separated by a distance. Separated by a distance of 1 meter. What is the force per unit length? What is the force per unit length? Force per unit length. Force per unit length between them. Read the problem one more time. Current they are given. That means data. What they are given data. Current I is equal to 10 amp. Passes through two long very wires parallel to each other. That means they are parallel. Separated by distance. Distance separation should be denoted with R. They are given 1 meter. Force per unit length. That means F by L should have to calculate. You should have to calculate F by L. So they are, because they are parallel. Okay, what the formula we have to use? F by L is equal to mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi R. This is the formula. So mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi R. Mu naught is the absolute permeability. I1 and I2 are the currents. So here R is the distance. Two parallel current passes through two very long wires. That means I1 is 10 amp. That means I2 is also 10 amp. Substitute the values. Mu naught value is 10 power 4 pi into 10 power minus 7. I1 value 10. I2 value is also 10 by 2 pi. Pi value will be 3.14 or it will be remains pi. R value will be equal to 1. 2 pi 2 times here. That means how much it will be? 2 into 10 power minus 7 into 10 square. That means 2 into, the final answer 2 into 10 power minus 5. Force per length. That means force units are in newtons. Length unit in meter. So Newton per meter. Force per unit length or F by L is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 5 Newton per meter. This is the answer. So once again read the problem. Current of 10 amp passes through two very long wires. That means in each long wire, so current will be 10 amps. Okay, held parallel. So parallel with each other and separated by distance. Distance should be denoted with R. R should be equal to 1 meter. What is the force per unit length? Force per unit length, mu naught value 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 Henry per meter. Actually mu naught means permeability in free space or absolute permeability. Okay, 10 into 10, 2 pi. R value should be equal to 1. So finally force per unit length we get 2 into 10 power minus 5. Force unit is in Newton. length unit in meter, Newton per meter. This is the formula we are using to find for parallel conductors. Okay, next problem. Note down the next problem. A moving coil galvanometer. Note down the problem. A moving coil galvanometer. Moving coil galvanometer can measure a current. Can measure a current of 10 power minus 6 amps. 10 power minus 6 amps. What is the resistance of shunt required? What is the resistance of shunt? Shunt means parallel resistor. Shunt required. Resistance of shunt required. If it is to measure, it is to measure 1 amp. So read the problem. Moving coil galvanometer can measure current 10 power minus 6 amps. What is the resistance of shunt required? So if it is to measure 1 amp, shunt means a parallel resistor. How much parallel resistance should be connected? So for a moving coil galvanometer, if you connect a shunt resistor, it should behave like an ammeter. So it can measure the current. And note down the data here. Data, moving coil galvanometer current, that means Ig is equal to 10 power minus 6 amps. What is the shunt resistance required? Yes, we have to calculate. If it is measures, the current should be equal to 1 amp. So what is the formula? We are already derived the formula. How do you convert moving coil galvanometer into ammeter? And also we are calculated the formula for how do you convert moving coil galvanometer into voltmeter. Both we are discussed in the yesterday class. So S is equal to G by N minus 1 or G by Ig minus 1. Because so I by Ig is nothing but N, the ratio of total current to current passes through the galvanometer. So here G value unknown, it should be G, I value should be 1, Ig value should be equal to 10 power minus 6 minus 1, then it becomes 10 power plus 6 minus 1, then it will be 99,999. So this is the shunt resistance we have to require to do the above task. So S value should be equal to G by S, 99,999. So it should be resistance. Resistance should be in always in ohms. Once again, moving coil galvanometer can measure current. So galvanometer current should be denoted with I suffix G. It will be 10 power minus 6 amp. How much shunt resistance? Shunt resistance should be denoted with S. Shunt means parallel resistor connected to moving coil galvanometer, a small resistor. I value will be equal to 1 amp. So formula S is equal to G by N minus 1, where G is the galvanometer resistance. This is unknown. N is the ratio between total current to current passes through the galvanometer. I by Ig minus, so I value 1, Ig value 10 power minus 6 minus 1. On simplification we get S value is equal to G by 99,999 ohms. So this is the way to calculate magnetic force per unit length on a wire. Unit length on a wire carrying a current of 8 amps. Current of 8 amps and making an angle of 30 degree. Making an angle of 30 degree with the direction of uniform magnetic field. Here read the problem carefully. What is the magnitude of magnetic force per unit length on a wire carrying a current of 8 amps and making an angle of 30 degree with the direction of uniform magnetic field? So here is uniform magnetic field. So making an angle 30 degree here is like this. So, okay. So write down the data here according to the given problem. So given data value will be 30 degree. Okay. And the current magnitude of magnetic force per unit length we have to calculate. F value we have to calculate how much it will be. And the current I value will be equal to 8 amps in the direction of uniform magnetic field. Only current they are given. General formula, what is the magnitude of magnetic force unit length? Unit length means length it will be 1 meter. It will be. So unit length. Magnetic field induction, how much they are given? Uniform magnetic field of 0. How much they are given? 15 Tesla or Weber per meter square or Newton per ampere meter. These are all the units. Okay, magnetic field induction 0.15 Tesla. So F is equal to, we are given the formula ILB sin theta. Force per unit length. Generally, L value if you are taken this side, F by L is equal to IB sin theta. Force per unit length. I value, how much they are given? 8 amps. Okay, B value 0.15. Okay, sin theta, sin 30 degree. So 8 into 0.15 into sin 30. That means 8 into 0.15 into sin 30 will be equal to half. It will be 4 times. 4 into 0.15. It will be equal to 0.6. Force per unit length, that is nothing but Newton per meter. So this is the problem. In this way we have to do the above task. Force per unit length. General formula F is equal to LB sin theta. L will be taken into left side, then it becomes force per unit length. It will become, formula becomes IB sin theta. I value will be equal to 8, P value 0.15, sin 30. So on simplification you get F by L is equal to 0.6 force unit Newton. L value will be in meter, Newton per meter. So note down the next problem. Next problem, write down the next problem. A 3.0 centimeter wire carrying a current of 10 amps is placed inside a solenoid perpendicular to its axis. The magnetic field inside the solenoid magnetic field inside the solenoid is to be 0.27 Tesla. What is the magnetic force on the wire? What is the magnetic force on the wire? Now here, read the problem carefully. 3.0 centimeter wire carrying a current of 10 amps. 10 amps current carry chestundanta 3 centimeter wire. It is placed inside the solenoid. We already studied in the studied about solenoid in the 10th class. A hollow cylinder. On this we have to turn a closed insulated copper wire. Then it behaves like a solenoid. So it will be perpendicular to axis. That means theta value will be 90 degree. So the magnetic field inside solenoid is to be 0.27 Tesla. What is the magnetic force on the wire? Here the data what they are given, current I is equal to 10 amps, perpendicular theta will be equal to 90 degree, magnetic field inside the solenoid to be 0.27 Tesla. What is the magnetic force? F value will be how much? Okay, general formula F is equal to ILB sin theta. Okay. Here L value also they are given. L value 3.0 centimeter. That is nothing but 3 into 10 power minus 2 meter. Centimeter should be converted into meter. So substitute the values here in the formula. I value 10, L value 3 into 10 power minus 2, B value 0.27, sin 90 degree. Because they are perpendicular with each other. So sin 90 will be equal to 1. Then the value will be 30 into 10 power minus 2 into 0.27. So what is the final answer? We get 8.1 into 10 power minus 2. Here force we are calculated. Force unit always in newtons. So once again, 3.0 centimeter wire carrying current 10 amps. That means I value equal to 10. Placed inside the solenoid perpendicular. Theta value will be 90 degree. Magnetic field inside the solenoid should be equal to B value should be equal to 0.27 Tesla or Weber per meter square or Newton per ampere meter. Anyone. This is the unit of magnetic field. So okay, what is the magnetic force on the wire? Magnetic force F is equal to ILB sin theta. Substitute the values and simplify to get F is equal to 8.1 into 10